Check out this high top beige 60 behind me. This is Jasper's vehicle. We don't know the year of it because it's an import 24 volt from Japan, so it doesn't have a compliance plate. Jasper has had this since 2006 when he first came to Australia, and he bought it from Tamworth, New South Wales, so not far from where Jasper lives, I'd say, seeing as it's come across the border to Mr. Landcruiser. And this is self-proclaimed ultimate weekend warrior going on here. This thing is going to be built for having fun in, man. Like Jasper, the owner of this one, we've been along for the journey with this one. It really has. After Jasper got the paint, it got delivered to Mr. Landcruiser with literally no glass in it, no interior in it. It just came painted. Here, boys, put this back together for us. I want a car that's going to be roadworthy and on the road, and we've brought it a long way, let me tell you. Let's start up the front. This thing has got the big PTO winch bar on it. You can literally use it as a park bench. It is a great ornament, and that is a fully operational PTO TEQ Toyota genuine winch up there. Jasper has actually used this thing to pull stumps out at home and put it through his paces that much that he sheared the shear pin in the shaft. So one of the jobs of coming into Mr. Landcruiser was renewing the shear pin in the drive shaft for the PTO. Moving back, see, these cheapo tyres are on there just for the road, right? Believe it or not, this thing runs 37 treps, right? I'm not joking. Here's a picture to prove it. And this thing crawls all over the place, it really does. Moving back from there, we got some, they look like repurposed side steps actually, because they weren't on it when it last came into Mr. Landcruiser. And you can see where they've been blasted and powder coated, but you can see where the sort of rusty pebble dash is underneath the powder coat, but very functional and very useful there, especially where Jasper's going to be taking this one. Other than that, the thing's pretty stock standard on the outside. You've got your obligatory safari snorkel on the outside here. We've been right through this, so it's got terrain tamer suspension right throughout underneath of this thing. Terrain tamer shockeys. One of the jobs came into Mr. Landcruiser was a rear locker. Now we'll look what we've done under the bonnet for that, but it's got an ARB air locker in the rear of this thing now. And we've also upgraded the rear axle studs to 10mm studs. Now those studs are out of a 100 series, and they're just like an upgrade, just to put up with the immense torque that this engine's putting out, so he doesn't snap them in the future. Look, without any further ado, let's go under the bonnet of this thing and see what we've done. It's cool. Right, there's a few new little gems under the bonnet here. But first of all, let's talk about the Mighty 2H. We've got the Mighty 2H here, and we've also got the 3-speed auto behind it. Now, a lot of you think that it wouldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding, but this thing does hum down the highway at 110 k's an hour quite happily. Would you believe it? Some wouldn't. But now it does, I can promise you. I've even done it myself just to prove it. Well, we've got two batteries up here. Now we've got two batteries because it's a Japanese import. In Japan, they needed the cold cranking amps of 24 volts because of the cold climates, right? So this one's 24 volt, and literally when you can hear it, when you spin this thing over, it cranks so fast. You can see why they use it in the colder climates. And other than that, there's not much going on over that side. It's all pretty stock standard. You will see some shiny bits over here. We've got the twin ARB air compressor. Now that was a request by the customer, not just a single. I need the double because me 37 treps, they need all the oomph they can get to blow them back up after this thing's been four-wheel driving. So we've got the ARB compressor there, we've got the little manifold down here, and the output to do up his tyres, and the little the solenoid for the rear locker. And also here, this is quite an interesting one. Being 24 volt, I couldn't find anywhere, any of our suppliers, to supply us with an AC compressor that was 24 volt. So I've put a 12 volt compressor on there, bolt straight on, but what I've had to do is I've had to use a reducer to reduce down the voltage from 24 volts to 12 volts. run it through a relay, which we got here, using the original 24 volt trigger to trigger the relay, and that sends the 12 volt feed to the clutch to energize it. And it works perfectly, so I'm quite happy about that. I could find online 24 volt AC compressors, but I didn't want to have the rigmarole with them being wrong and then having to try and send it back by post and all that kind of stuff. So we went with a local supplier with a 12 volt compressor. Works perfectly. We've had to, because of where we mounted the compressors here, we've also relocated the overflow bottle, and we've relocated the filter dryer for the AC. We've just got all new lines there as well. I will say why I got the bonnet up. This is something we've done on a previous visit to Mr. Landcruiser. We've got a PWR cooler. The coolers it had there before originally were decrepit and they looked like they'd been dragged through a hedge backwards. So we popped a PWR in the front there, and it keeps it nice and cool. It definitely needs to cool that auto down, especially when he's dragging 37 treps around, eh? Anyway, that's enough of under the bonnet. Let's get inside. Have a go at that. Yeah. Anyway, shame. That's like a blast from the past now. Bloody thing's been wrecked. Anyway, enough about that. It's about this car. It's not about me. Anyway, look, this is cool, right? So we got a high top. We've got a sunroof that, trust me, never work or leak. But this one's all right. At least it's sealed and doesn't leak. Well, I don't think it does anyway. We've got the cool, being a Sahara, we've got the cool inclinometer, thermometer, and some interior lights and that up here. Very, very cool indeed. The dash, being the later model dash, it's actually pretty good nick. I think, if I remember rightly, it should be a brown dash, and I think we put this in, or I think we had one here at Mr. Landcruiser that wasn't broken or cracked, so Jasper got a mint one. We've got MrLandcruiser.com. We've got the cup holders for the 60 series. Now you'll notice that they're slightly offset. They're slightly offset because when it's a manual, it gives it the space to go right through the gears. So the cup holders are just offset slightly to the passenger side, but very sturdy. Literally, an idiot could fit those, mate. You just literally pull the ashtray out and pop these new ones in. If you can't do that, you've got something wrong with you, I reckon. Anyway, moving back, we've got Noble flooring came to the party. It was very interesting sorting this flooring out because it's an import and because it's a high top and because of the age of it. And anyway, we got it right in the end, and it looks really nice. It's brown right throughout, right to the rear of this one, and it goes really well with the seats. There's turbo seats in here. They're actually in mint condition. The driver's one especially, there isn't a tear in it or anything. In the dash, you'll notice that we got the ARB control switches here. So we got the compressor, lockers, and we've also, the aircon works really, really well in here. Don't really need it on these cooler Queensland days, but nonetheless, he'll be able to cool himself down while he's fighting those 37 treps. Anyway, that's about it in here. It's a bit of a shame. There's one little tear in the roof lining up there. But other than that, she's an absolute beauty in here. It really is. Let's get out and wrap this one up. Right, what I didn't mention at the beginning, you will notice that someone has come along and hacked a load of meat out of the guards in the front and rear of this vehicle, and that is to take the 37 treps. Mate, I can't do it.
A few moments later.
37 treps, mate. Anyway, future plans. Now, I've been talking to Jasper, and he's getting there. He really is. He loves this vehicle, and why wouldn't you? And he's spending a few quid on it. We've got to do the swivel hubs at some stage on the front of this one. So while we're doing it, we're going to be fitting chromoly front CVs to this, because the torque that this engine produces is just, it's phenomenal, and needs chromolys in the front of this for sure. And while we're there, what else will we be doing? Oh yeah, he wants an LSD in the front of this as well. So while we're doing the swivel hubs, we'll do all that. So anyway, I think we can wrap this one up. I can't wait to see this thing out on the tracks with its treps. 60, beige, high top, love it. trips.